All right, you guys, waiting for that chime. Okay, here we are. Okay, back where I left off. Okay, let's try this one. G of 5, by definition, I'm simply going to copy what I have here. G of 5 must be equal to the integral from -2 to 5 of f of t dt. So now we're integrating from -2 there at -2 up to 5. So what we need is we're going to need to break this down into 3 different pieces, okay? So G of 5, well, we already worked out this area here, and we said that that area was 4. So that's a 4. And then this area is also above the x-axis, and so that's area is the area of a triangle, 1/2 of base times height, 2 times 2. Okay, and then the problem is this little guy is underneath the x-axis, so that's a negative area. So minus 1/2 of its base times its height, 1 times 1, like so. And so we end up with 4 plus 1/2 of 4 is 2 minus 1/2, and that equals 5 1/2, like so. Okay. All right, evaluate the integral from -5 to -2 of f of t dt. So that's interesting. It's not asking us about g. It's just asking us to look at this function right here. It's saying evaluate the integral going from going from -5 to -2. So basically, it's asking us for that area there, this area here. It's just saying, just calculate it from -5, 2, 3, 4, 5, from -5 to -2. And since I'm going from -5 to -2, I'm going left to right. And so it's a positive area. It's above the x-axis. And so that would simply be equal to 1/2 of its base. The base would be 3 times the height it told me was 4. And so that would be, what, 1/2 of 12 or just 6. Okay, and there I have it. Okay, and then g of -5, by definition, I'm just going to replace x with -5. This would be the integral from -2 to -5 of f of t dt. Okay, now I need to be really careful here. It just asked me to evaluate, but the bounds were switched, right? Instead of going from -2 to -5, it went from -5 to -2, and that was 6. So this has to be the exact opposite of what we did earlier when you switch these from -5 to -2, f of t dt. But fortunately, we just evaluated that in the last problem, so that would equal -6, like so. Okay. All righty. I feel like I'm doing okay, but I am going to catch you at the next video, only because I'm worried I'm going to make a mistake on that, and I don't want to reshoot the whole thing. Okay? All right. See you in a minute.